Hi guys, this is Zach from Watches on You, and today I'm going to be taking a look at the Bremont Broadsword Bronze. So, this watch is made obviously as part of Bremont's Broadsword collection, which is their kind of tribute collection to the Dirty Dozen. If you're not familiar with the Dirty Dozen, it was the dozen watches that were made for the Royal Armed Services in World War II. They were designed to be very simplistic, legible military timepieces, and Bremont's Broadsword collection is kind of a modern take on them. They're actually very similar in design to these, but they have a little bit extra features, such as a date window, which the originals didn't have. I really like Bremont's Broadsword collection. I think it's cool. I think it is almost as if there was a modern mechanical military watch. That's kind of what it would be. So I really do like it. I think the quality on their cases and everything is great. Personally, I also like this collection because it doesn't use the colored kind of knurled case like some of the others do. I'm not a huge fan of that personally, the kind of the 3 or 4 piece case. I like the single solid case. Well, I mean, it has a case back, so it's not, I guess, solid. But the standard, I guess, what you think of when you think of a watch case. I prefer this design, and I really like how they do it in the Broadsword. I like that they add kind of the lines on the side of the case. Another watch that does this, the Breitling Premier. I think it just adds a little bit more. It just makes the side of the case, instead of being a slab of metal, it gives it a little bit of something extra, which I like. Going to the dial, as you can see, very clean, very simple. Again, this is supposed to be a tool watch, so it doesn't need any frills. You just have some very legible Arabic numerals, nice date window, and then you have a subdial seconds. And then also very legible hands with plenty of lume on them. So again, being a military watch, this definitely would get the job done. You're going to be able to easily read what time it is. It's also not overly big, which I like. It's 40 millimeters, but I'd say it wears a little bit smaller, actually. I would say probably like a 38 almost. I'm not really sure why. You'll see it when I put it on my wrist. I just think it wears a bit smaller than the specifications would suggest. I think that might be because of the thicker bezel, but yeah, so you get and then as for the crown, you can see it's got a nice little, the Bremont, I guess, logo motif on it, the airplane propeller. It is a screw down crown, so this is 100 meters of water resistance, so it wouldn't be good for diving, but you can definitely have no problem swimming with this timepiece at all, since it is screw down especially. So that also lends to, I guess, the durability of this timepiece. So now I guess I didn't talk about the bronze case. So it is a bronze case. It has a nice kind of rose gold tone to it. I really like the color of this bronze. I think it's done very well. And a thing to note with bronze is as you wear it over time, it's going to get patinaed. So it's going to start to turn darker, and it's going to get kind of like how copper turns. It shouldn't really turn green, maybe a little bit. But it's going to kind of turn more dim and have some nice patina to it, and look like it's been worn. So if you like that, this is perfect for you. If you want to keep it like nice and shiny like this, I'm sorry, but you're probably going to have to upgrade to gold then. They don't make this watch in gold. At least I don't think they do. But yeah, it will patina over time. So this nice shine will be gone eventually. But again, a lot of people like that. I think it's pretty cool. But that has to be your personal taste. You can see down here you have a nice leather strap, very comfortable, very high quality leather used on this. On the inside is also leather as well, very soft. No problems with this leather strap at all. I think it was very well done. You can see now on the back here, you can see the logo of Her Majesty's Armed Forces, and says approved by Her Majesty's Armed Forces. Bremont does pride themselves on being the only luxury watch approved by the British Armed Forces, so they can use the logos and everything of their armed forces on all their timepieces, which I think is pretty cool. So now I'll go into the wrist shot. So on the wrist, I'd say again, yeah, it wears a bit smaller, maybe a little bit like a 38, 39 size timepiece. It's comparable to the, I would say it's comparable to the 39 Rolex Explorer 1. It is actually really how this wears. Thickness-wise, it's a little thick. It's definitely not a thin watch, but it's also not terrible at all. I think it's totally fine for a sports watch. And then you have a 20 millimeter lug width, which I think is perfect because that's really the most common lug width. So you'll be able to find plenty of aftermarket straps, whether it be NATO straps, leather straps. So you can really customize this watch to your liking. So this watch is available for a price of £3,000, which it is a lot of money. But being a bronze watch, they're not that common. I think it's priced similarly to most of them. It does have a Salida-based movement, so you're not getting it in-house with this. But for 3,000 brand new, again, I think that's a little bit high, just being it isn't an in-house movement, and Bremont isn't necessarily, doesn't have kind of the, I guess, brand name like a Tudor or something like that, because this is edging on Tudor territory. But I think it's still it's not a terrible price at all. I really like the look of this watch. If you think this watch looks great and this is what you want, definitely go for it. I don't have any problems with this watch. I think it's designed well. I think it looks great. I think it feels great. So yeah, those are my thoughts on this watch. Let me know what you guys think in the comments about this watch or Bremont as a whole, or just any other thoughts that you have. I'd like to mention this watch was lent to us by Continental Diamond for the purpose of this review. I'd like to thank them for lending us this timepiece. There's a link in the description to their website if you'd like to check out this watch or any of the other watches in their collection. Thank you guys for watching.